What's up, guys? Cinestalker here for a new video, and this video right up here, we have a very special video, something I want to do for like a long time now, since I was like 19, 20 years old. I want to do, I'm gonna do it now, the day before his untimely death on September 30th, because I'm filming this September 29th. That is the immortal, awesome actor of James Dean's crash site, the site where his untimely death at 24 happened, up here in the middle of almost like middle of nowhere in California. So I'm gonna go on a little road trip and do this. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm gonna check out a few sites. The gas station he went to, the very last place he pumped up gas in his Porsche, the little bastard he named it, and then of course the crash site, and then after that there's a memorial site too. So I've never been there. I've always wanted to check it out. So I want to document this, take you along with me, and do this right before his anniversary of his death. So I just wanted to time this right and do this. Weather's nice, should be good, should be a pretty good road trip. A lot of it, I believe, is almost like middle of nowhere sort of stuff when we get up past LA. So it's gonna be kind of a good drive. It's gonna be like over 4 hours. It's gonna be a good drive. So let's get down to it now. It's about 8:30 in the morning, so here my time. So I have some driving to do. Let's get down to it. This should be interesting. This should be, just like something I always want to check out and see him in person. So let's go do this right now and pay tribute and remembrance to James Dean. All right, made it to my destination. I'm over at Blackwell's Corner General Store. This is the spot where James Dean topped off his tank of gas in his Porsche before his untimely death. He went over here. I believe he got a Coca-Cola and an apple. That's what they say. They got these different paintings. They have James over here. There's one over there, which I'll show a little bit. There it is, Blackwell's Corner General Store. And right over here is this different layout now, but at this facility is where James Dean went to go get some gas in 1955, 66 years ago. Tomorrow exactly will be the anniversary of his untimely death. Like I said before, I came here on the eve of his death. It's just gonna check it out and upload this video in time. I always want to check this area out and kind of just see how it is and retrace his steps. And so I always loved James Dean and his works and all that kind of stuff. There's like something in the back I saw over here. That little saying, James Dean made his last stop at this corner store on September 30th, 1955. The young actor died in a car crash or short time later while en route to Salinas for an auto race. Although he appeared in only 3 films, James Dean remains a legend. These must be the artists that helped do this up here. But yeah, that's the only appeared in 3 movies, but has left his mark on cinema and actors for generations to come. Let's go check out the Jimmy one over here. One standing up and he's pointing to the store to go inside. A shot of him putting gas in his Porsche, the little bastard, which he got at the shop that day up in LA. He drove it up here to break it in. A lot of people were wondering, why didn't he got asked to get it towed up here, but he wanted to break in his Porsche so he can be all warmed up for the race the following day. That's what he was doing, because he liked to do race cars and that kind of stuff. He's really big into racing. And the prices are a lot more expensive now than they were back when. They were I think it was like 25 cents a gallon. But check this out. This is a really cool gigantic, I don't know, like 20, I think about 20 feet tall cardboard cut out painting of James Dean. There's something on his finger. It says Orange County. See right there, it says Orange County on his finger. But usually I think it's a picture of him this is like Rebel Without a Cause. Love that movie. But it's a shot of I think he usually has a cigarette in his hand. But they took out the cigarette and they had him it's pointing to the gas stop right over here. At this little general store, which I'll go in a little bit. There's all kinds of I think different stuff marketed from James Dean, there's memorabilia, pictures in there, and things like that alike in the shop, which I'll check out. Can't wait to see what it's like inside there. Let's go inside the general store, see what they have inside there. And here's Blackwell's General Store. It's all kinds of I think nuts, things you can take, like road trip kind of foods, and I think a cafe in there. So let's go see what they have and check it out. Maybe I'll definitely get a snack myself, because definitely a little bit thirsty from. Like I said, it was a long drive for me. It's about over a 4-hour drive for me to get up here. But I always want to check this out. So let's go see what they have in here. All kinds of like local honey. They have a ton of honey over there, honey there. There's like a bunch of chips you have and your drinks. So don't have to grab a drink a little bit. And there's like a look at this thing. There's like the Dust Bowl, almost like something out of the Beverly Hillbillies. And look, check out this. A little creepy. Check out this cafe. I don't think it's open right now. I guess it is open, but definitely no one really in here. What it looks like, but it's pretty neat. This is the security guard. He's like Terminator with like a big gun or something. Got James Dean, Marilyn Monroe, Elvis. This thing is definitely attributed. There's like an old chicken in there, and this thing you have the Dust Bowl. But look at that. It's very interesting. I didn't even have it in there. Let's make our way this way to all the James Dean memorabilia. Check all this out. There's a ton of James Dean like posters and movie posters here and everything. Look at all these pictures and posters and a bunch of James Dean memorabilia all over this corner of the store. Pretty neat stuff. Good shots. That big poster right here. All kinds of different images of him. Like looks like headshots too and drawings. Really, really cool to have this all set up in this area. All neat to look at and check out. Yeah, this is very interesting. This whole little section. Look at all this stuff. Like a lot of different canned goods, like pickles here you can get, and different kinds of odds and ends, and hot carrots, and all kinds of stuff here you can get. Like all kinds of James Dean, like that marketed here for like different kinds of stuff they sell. Habanero toasted corn, candies, and these look pretty good too. I love me some good old like jumbo like salted corn type nuts. Probably get some of these. During the prices, these like $6, kind of vary between like a few dollars to like $10 for the big bags. And up here's like different like some Marilyn Monroe type. They kind of move lenticulars. And all these newspaper clippings in the back of the store. Look at that old like a write up on the James Franco TV movie of James Dean. Different things, the anniversary of his death, and a picture of the Blackwell's corner store from back when. That is awesome. They put all this right here. A bunch of collage of different write-ups, pictures, and look at this. James Dean racing goggles found for 62 years. Those are neat. Wow, that's pretty neat. Those are in here. That's something that could belong like in a museum. This whole place is kind of like a museum in a sense, with the history of James Dean getting his gas here for the last time before his untimely crash down the road. But look at all this. Really neat stuff. All right, just left the general store, got a couple things in there. I'm gonna take with me a little something to drink. I'm thirsty, but I'm gonna get some gas right now, just like Jimmy did back the day. So I'm gonna get some gas at pump number 6. Kind of weird because like tomorrow marks the 66th anniversary of his untimely death. So get some gas. Now we're gonna go to the untimely death crash site, which I think is that way. So we're gonna go there right after this. All right, making my way en route to James Dean's spot where he had his horrible crash at. So I have to do that right now. Right now it's about 20 miles or so up the road where he crashed at, where his Porsche that collided with the guy driving. They're both, I'll explain more up there, but it's right up this road, about 20 miles up. Yeah, it's definitely a trip being on this road. It definitely has a presence. It's like I just can feel like a sad vibe, like just on the air. Maybe it's just me because where I'm driving to right now, and tomorrow, the day before, marking his 66th anniversary of his untimely death. But yeah, definitely, it's a trip being on this. Just like man, like you can definitely feel like I want to say like a sad weight, sort of in the air. Sort of feels like that while driving on this. We're getting close now. It's just like a mile or so up the road up here where he crashed at. And I know they changed a little bit of this road to make it safer, but you can definitely tell the original road was to the left of me. Over there you can still see some of the old road. I believe that's what it is. But you can definitely tell it's a kind of a dangerous area where they got that fork in the road up there. And that's where him and this guy named Turnip Seed, they both crossed paths. I don't know, like if one was thinking one was gonna pass the other one, and one was gonna stop, and then as they crashed into each other, it was absolutely horrible. But we're almost there now, right past that fork, right up there. That's where we're going. Parked up here is where you park at. Let's walk right over. It's about the wind, guys. The wind, the gusts. It'll be kind kind of crappy, but it is a kind of a dangerous road still. It's like a fork in the road, and some cars yield and they're going this way. So I'll show you guys a little bit more, but it's still pretty dangerous. I'm gonna walk up there now. There's a couple people there now, paying their respects too. I think the original road where he was at, where the original crash happened, was right up between here, the very fork. They put the memorial right in this little spot here, and I always want to check this out. It's like a bucket list thing I always want to check out. Big fan of James Dean. Love his works. Only did 3 movies, but amazing actor. Died at 24 years old, which is unbelievable. But here it is now. It's a little bit more quieter. A little bit less cars at the moment in here, but here's a memorial. Big James Dean poster. It's, I believe, Pluto. We have a radiator with a bunch of cigarettes sticking out of it, because he always liked the cigarettes. We get some beers down here, and like a little salute tribute, Coca-Cola, because that was his last thing he had to drink was a Coca-Cola. I didn't get one. I got like a seltzer water. I should have got one though. I know I've seen pictures of this. This thing's been here for a long time. This heart-shaped wreath. His famous quote, well, I mean, sort of, but dream as you live forever, live as if you'll die today. Great quote. Love the way he lived his life. Just did what he had to, did his thing, and I try to do that in my life too, just to do my thing, and do it the best I can. And it's always loved his stuff. Always loved his works. There's some more cigarettes. All kinds of stuff here, because it says 6 years ago, 1955. This happened. It was tomorrow. When I upload this video, it'll be like the exact day of. And this area is trippy because like his last movie was Giant. And it almost reminds me of the ranch he was on in the movie Giant, so it has that look to it. I brought his movies out here. I'm not gonna leave these here. These are my movies. I'm just showing them here at this memorial site. There's like a sculpture. So he did some sculptures, not sculpting. He sculpted something like that. James did. The Little Prince was his favorite book ever as a kid. And it's like an opener thing. You can open up beer right there too. That's interesting. But yeah, very first movie. I love all his movies, but yes, first one's amazing. East of Eden. And you have Rebel Without a Cause. Fantastic movie. Sal Mineo and Natalie Wood in this one. All tragic deaths. And then his last film, Giant here. Great cast, great movie. He never saw these two, I believe, ever. I know Giant never did. I don't think he ever seen the finished product of Rebel Without a Cause. The only one he's seen was East of Eden and stuff. But yeah, just amazing actor. Definitely a sad presence here, especially so close to his anniversary of his death. Said I wanted to come here, wanted to do this for so long now, since I was 20, 21 years old. I've been wanting to come here, and someone said, let's bring the movies, kind of just show. Put him here. It's not. I'm not gonna leave him here, but kind of just bring him, show you guys. But yeah, just trippy being here. I love all his. Said his movies are amazing. Big influence. I wanted to do acting was watching his movies. Even though I'm not some like dramatic actor stuff like that, but I wanted to like just try it out, do it. And his scene studies and method acting and how he performed and his realism. I love that. It's inspiring to me and how he lived his life and what he did, that and all that kind of stuff. So always a big influence on me is James Dean. Influenced so many other people too with his works. Like I said, he's an amazing actor, ahead of his time. He was up there with, like I said, all the greats. He's up there with Cagney, Marlon Brando, all of them. Leaving a mark. James Dean with his style of acting. Only 3 movies, but died at before 25. Unbelievable, but left his mark on history, forevermore, and also in his tragic death too. Just crazy being here. Like I said, before I go here, give a little salute to James. Got myself a beer for the man and a tribute for him and his amazing works and what he's all about. James Dean. Pour a little out first. Left your mark on history. Oh yeah, man. He was like amazing. Love his style. What he was about. James Dean just was so cool. Ahead of his time. Absolutely ahead of his time. For his acting is just insane. Great study. So you watch his movies, it's like total film school, acting 101. If you look at his movies, amazing stuff. I love all his movies. I was like, all the movies you've seen right there. I get the James Franco making TV one, documentary. I have on him too. On top of I have all this stuff. And I recorded a A&E special back in the day too. A couple more gulps of this. One more for the man right here. I'll leave a little bit here for James too. Right up over here, man. Leave a little bit there for you too. There's all the cigarette packs. There's all kinds of stuff here. I don't think these are opened up. There's a bunch of stuff. Locks and it's just interesting to be here. Such an interesting presence to be here in this area. Absolutely crazy. I'm walking my way back to my car, which is right there. Gonna go down the highway about a mile, not that far, to check out the final memorial spot someone put up for him at this cafe restaurant. Jack Ranch Cafe. It's unfortunately closed right now, but to have this memorial spot they put here years ago, it's like this metal sculpture around this tree. James Dean, born February 8th, 1931, the same year as my grandpa was born. 1931. Grandpa's born October 17th. Passed away tomorrow, September 30th, 1955 at 5:59 p.m. Right up over here. And I heard they took the crash, like they crashed over there, but they took the remainder of the crash Porsche, another turnip seeds car right in this area. I heard they parked it out over here, and it took James Dean to a hospital down the road, and not exactly how far, but then he passed away, I heard, on the way to the hospital. They kept his body there, I think, for a few days or so until they transferred him over to Indiana to be buried at. There's different sayings on here, like different things, tribute to the young man. It's hard to see a little bit weather worn. I think this is made in the 1977. And there it is, from the last spot he got his gas at to the crash site in this memorial they placed here many years ago. Definitely it's something I always want to check out, these spots. Being a fan of James for so many years, and he's such a fan of so many people out there, millions of people, and his influence in acting, his style, became a pulp culture icon in a sense for how just how his look is and everything like that. Definitely will never be another James Dean. Amazing just coming here, checking this out firsthand. So I've seen stuff of this, videos of this stuff before. So it's amazing coming here firsthand and checking it out. So if you guys enjoyed this type of video and me checking out the different spots, the final drive in a sense of James Dean, that was something I always wanted to do. I don't know if you guys done this before. If you guys have, let me know in the comments below. And let me know also if you're a fan of James Dean's works and that's his style and how he was like and his movies. Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious if you guys are also a fan of his works like I am. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this video. If you're a fan of James Dean, you're watching this video as it uploads the day of on death anniversary, 66th anniversary, make sure you watch one of his movies in remembrance. I know I'll be doing a marathon of his films all day long, check him out. You gotta do it, you know what I mean? So nothing wrong with that, it's great stuff. And this is crazy. He's going on this thing and checking out the last drive, the road he was on. Pretty much, there's some of the change, but the areas where he was at before his untimely death. So, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I'll catch you guys later in the next video. I'll see you then.